So, part 3 of the administration interface. So I'm back at my list here with the next one. We were going through best seat, and let's take the next best seat in line. I'm writing a new parser for it. Again, this time it's a receipt from a gas station, so I'm gonna go manually on this one. And I can see it's a Q8 service. Could be, yeah. You will see small variation. Q8 service and Q8 Denmark. It's two different things. And it's sometimes it makes sense because they have real invoices, not these small gas station invoices. Again, I'm just gonna write receipt. I'm gonna find the date. I can see the date is 08/03/2016. Gonna go back down to the sum of it, which is down here, and I can see it's 130.50, and it has VAT. So let's calculate the VAT 2016, and we're done. Okay, and let's go back to the next one. Best seed is there 001. That's another receipt. Click on manually. Going to Netto. Yep. Invoice number is receipt. Invoice date is the 08/04/2016. Going down to the sum, which is 14.95. And there's a VAT. And save. And this one is done. Going back to files with errors. Okay, this next one from best seed. This is actually one that we imported before, and so this is the best seed nets. As you can see, it has recognized needs. So if we click on this, it's not the one before. It's sorry, this is actually a new invoice. So we can see that is imported needs, but it looks it comes out with an error, and we can see that the error says error saving invoice could not verify sum including VAT. So we have a number of 0, and it's actually correct. So it's just a warning that says that this is an error. You can also see that the invoice has a status error during import, file under indlæsning, and this will change now that we know that it's actually correctly read. So we just saying reapply rules, and it's now awaiting approval with the customer, and it is actually okay. So it's just a warning that it was not sure that the numbers were correct. Okay, the next one is Feldhusen and Sønner. These are sales and delivery terms from Selma Agro February. I'll bet you that this is not an invoice. This is some kind of document that was attached to the email when we received it. But of course we need to examine it. So we click on the new parser, and you will just see there's a lot of text, just a lot of text. So this is not an invoice. So what we can do is go back, just gonna make sure that the other one is the same. So just click on new parser. So this is the same thing. So let's go back and we can disqualify these two. So I'm just gonna mark these, and I'm going to say that examined by fakturafil will not be imported and update the status. Okay. So the last two from Computercell, I'm not going to run through these with you, I think, because as you can see on these are pretty special cases. Here we are extracting invoice lines. I'll gladly do a video on this at a later stage, but right now it's not needed. So basically, this one is something that I'll handle without showing, but I just wanted to show you that we also have these kinds of, these are again some data that needs to be extracted, but we can see like, yeah, in this case, you can see that it's actually complaining that it could not verify the sum including VAT, which is 0, and when I look at the invoice, it's 185 something. Yeah, so basically we need to fix this. So what I do is I click on this generator PDF parser. It will take me to the parser that is that has generated the data. So I have a couple of options here. Now I'm seeing the invoice parser together with my new document. But if I wanted to see the original one that it was created from, I can go do by clicking Save Distributor, and will save. It will show me the original document that it was that was used to generate this. So you can see perhaps there's a little bit of difference in the layout on how they are providing things, and this is what happens when sometimes the provider will change the layout a bit. Okay, but I want to go. I'm going to use the browser's back button, so I go back. And now I'm showing the parser again, but with my new document, or this one that's creating an error. And I'm going to use this button, replace file, which is going to replace the document this parser is using as as the original file. And you can see once I've done that it is no longer recognizing this. So you can see that the total amount is missing out here. Um, and if I look at the box over here, I can see the total amount here. So the word is actually here, but it's not extracting. And here you can see a case of the search box being too small. The search box actually starts inside the number because the number is too big for what we have originally stated. So what I'm going to do is basically just say that this search box should just start on the other side of DKK and take all the values over there. So if you look at this total, it was told that it should start out at 416. So I'm just going to say it should start out at 100, which should give us enough lead to get on the other side. You can see that it's already extracting the correct numbers here. And we just got to the other side of DKK. So let's give it 150. So this is the amount that I'm offsetting it to the right. So now it's extracting the data correctly. So perfect. Again, this is a credit note, so there's no need for due date. I have all the information of just a quick scan here. I can see I have all the information that's needed. And since it's a credit note, since there's no due date, we don't need to extract other parts like this, like the bank account or any of the payment information. This is a customer that's getting money back from the provider. So let's go back and we can take the also activities and we run the import again, which is going to run the invoice, and you can see that it now disappeared. Okay, so I think this is the last one from those that you had available. I'm not pretty sure that this showed a lot of different variants. Perhaps I should try and make a database dump with some other files that are perhaps more obvious to use. I think I will make a new video with those, but I need some new files for that to work. Okay,